Hello and welcome. I'm Reverend Dr. Tracey and this is a chair yoga practice to support your ongoing recovery and addiction. So this is something that we have to work on every day. And the practice today is going to be a step 3 class, if you're familiar with the 12 steps. Step 1 was admitting we were powerless over our addiction and our lives had become unmanageable. Step 2 came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Today is step 3. Step 3 made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of our higher power as we understand him or her. So step 1, 2, and 3 are your core steps, the ones that you come back to over and over. And these connect to energetically our first chakra, which is the energy center in the lower part of our body at the base of our spine that connects us with the earth and keeps us grounded and keeps us centered and keeps us supported. So these are our roots, steps 1, 2, and 3. And we are rooting through a yoga practice today that connects with this step 3 in particular. Or you can stay step 1, 2, and 3. So feet flat on the earth, spine nice and tall. Ring finger and thumb touching, palms up. Closing your eyes if that's available to you. And if not, if you need to keep your eyes open, just try to find a spot and keep your eyes softly focused on that spot. Give yourself permission to just be here, to let go of the thoughts, just like we would let go of our will. We're going to visualize for a moment a beautiful blue sky with some white billowy clouds. And every cloud that might drift through your mind or drift through that vision, it might represent another thought or another worry or concern. So I want you to put whatever that is, that worry or concern, into that cloud. And on the exhale, I want you to blow it out, just like the wind, just blow it out of your mind and let it softly dissipate. Just like those white clouds softly dissipate and break up. And we're going to do this with some breath. So connecting deeply into the core of your being, take a deep breath and expand your belly. Put the thought on the cloud, and on the exhale, as you contract the belly, push the cloud out of your mind. When you inhale, it might be the same thought or a different one. Put it on the cloud. And as you exhale and contract your belly, push it out of your mind. So you can continue with the intentions here of putting the thoughts on the clouds and blowing them out, or you can just inhale, expand the belly, exhale, contract the belly, whatever works for you. Sometimes there's just persistent thoughts. But give yourself permission to let them go. And knowing that we have the support of our higher power to do that. So we're turning our life over. We're turning our life over, our will over, because so far it's gotten us to where we are now, right? So what do we got to lose if we give it up to that higher power and decide to put our trust into that higher power and let the higher power guide us? So I'll remind you again of our step 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of our higher power as we have come to understand that higher power. So connect with your higher power. What is it? Is it God, Goddess? Is it the earth? Is it the earth and stars? Is it the moon and the sun? Is it that expansive universal presence? What is that higher power for you? And as you connect to it, take a deep breath in through your nose, and on the exhale, sigh, and give yourself permission to let go of your will and your life and turn it over to that higher power. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. And 1 more time. Inhale that deep breath. Letting it go. As we continue to focus this practice on the element of the earth and the first chakra, bring your hands slowly in to Anjali Mudra, remembering to keep a little space between the hands. And on the inhale, reach up towards the higher power. And on the exhale, let it go. Let go of the will, let go of our life that has become unmanageable. Inhale it up again to the higher power. And exhale, letting it go. So in these, you inhale through the nose, reaching up to the higher power. And you exhale through the mouth, letting it go. Right. Sometimes it just feels good to do that. Do that a couple more times. Those of you newer to recovery, you got to do a little fake it till you make it. Those of you really rooted in your recovery, you know this is your church, right? And hands come back to your heart. And we're going to take it up again. Inhale it. And on the exhale, we're going to lean a little bit over to one side. Take that arm down to the chair, stretching across. Really important to keep your legs, your hips grounded into the base of the chair, your feet grounded into the earth. Feel the stability under you. It's that stability and support that allows you, it gives you permission to let go. It gives you permission to turning it over. Inhale that arm back up. And on the exhale, we're going to bend slightly to the other side and bring that arm down. Hold the chair wherever you reach for it. Reach across. Anchor your feet. Anchor your hips. Breathe. And inhale it up. And on the exhale, we're going to take a tiny twist to one side. Bring the hand to the knee or thigh, the other hand behind your back or to the top of the chair. And twisting, looking over the shoulder. On the exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach it up. Twisting on the exhale to the other side. Arm comes across. Other arm behind the chair or just behind your back. Turn and look over. Deep breathing here. If you have those thoughts that you need to let go of, or persistent things that are keeping you out of being in tune here with the moment and your practice, visualize that cloud again. Put that on the cloud, whatever it is that you need to turn over, the thought or the worry or the concern, and just blow it out on the exhale. And when you're ready to let it go, release it with a big sigh. Breathe into those legs, the stability underneath of you. When you're ready for a forward bend, hinge from your hips, start to come into that forward crease. Maybe leaning into your thighs, that might be it for today. You're feeling into the muscles in the lower back. Breathe through your nose. And when you're ready, come back up on the inhale. Let it go. Hands to your heart, inhale, reach up to your higher power. And on the exhale, hinge from your hips and fold down again. Maybe you reach for your ankles this time, or the floor, dropping your head. And walking up your legs to gently release that pose. Coming up, we're going to place our feet again flat on the earth. Make sure that you feel really supported and grounded. And then we're going to take the hands and reach under one leg and lift it up. Straightening that leg up, taking some deep breaths. Maybe you need to point and flex the foot a few times to loosen up the muscles. And depending on flexibility, there's a couple of things you can do here. You can walk up your leg, grab onto the foot, but you want to keep it straight. If you can't grab the foot, you could put a strap around your foot, or a belt, or a necktie, anything like that, and push the heel out and just hold on. So if you need to stop, push pause, go grab a strap or a belt or something to put around the ball of your foot, just where I'm holding, and pull back. Push the heel forward, take some deep breaths. I know this is going to be super tight for some of you. Some of you are going to be holding on to that strap like this, barely lifting the leg. And that's all right, because you got to start somewhere. And that's a good time to focus on your higher power and bring your higher power in. And any of that muscle tension that's collected in the back of the leg, that's created sort of a block in this energy center for you, a block to stability, a block to feeling grounded. Give that up to your higher power. We don't need to hold on to any blocks or anything that inhibits our ability to fully lean into who we really are and who we fully are. Give it up, give it over. And then we're going to walk down that leg and gently place it on the earth. Take a big surrender breath. That might feel like a really super fantastic stretch. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Lift the leg, reach under first, raise it up. Maybe do some pointing and flexing of the foot. As you loosen up the muscles, you can put that strap around the ball of the foot and raise it up. Or walk up your leg and hold on to the ball of the foot. You could hold the ankle too, but don't flop the foot. Even if the knee's a little bent, that's all right. Try to keep the spine up, push through the heel and breathe. And you're feeling that tightness and restriction wherever it is behind the back of the leg. That's some energy that's manifested into a physical density in the muscle tissue that is keeping you from feeling secure, from feeling fully grounded, and the ability to connect with the leg muscles, which are part of that first chakra, part of that grounding mechanism, and the mechanism where we feel trust in the earth. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and let go of this leg too. So as you bring it back down, let it go with a big sigh. Both feet flat on the earth. And as you're feeling into that, I want you to inhale I and exhale M, the mantra or the affirmation, I am. I am. And feel your presence. Even if you're feeling things that you're uncomfortable with, just feel it. Push into the ground for stability. Feel the trusting that the ground is there to support you, that your higher power is here to support you. And maybe just noticing the legs, muscles of the legs. So you can take a minute to lift the heels off of the floor. So your ball of the feet are on the floor, but the heels are lifted. And push into the ball of the foot and feel maybe the muscles, different muscles working. And just notice that in your legs. And then drop those heels back down to the floor. Spread out your toes. See if you can move the pinky toes out without turning the foot. See if you can lift the toes. Pull the pinky toe down first, then the next toe, and then the big toe down last. And see if they're fanned out. And if not, try it again. Try to really open up the toes, open up the feet, and feel into the whole foot. What's grounded on the floor? Do you feel the ball of the foot on both sides? Do you feel the heel of the foot on both sides? Those four corners we talk about a lot. If you feel all four corners about the same, that's how you anchor down and feel grounded. And really effective if you do this standing. So if you want to stand up and do it and feel those four corners, you can take a moment to do that. But you can very well do it in a chair. And we're going to do just a few rounds of touching the earth, reaching up, letting go. So hands to your heart again. You can do this standing or sitting. So if you stood up, you could still do this standing forward folding. So we're going to inhale and reach up to the higher power as we have come to understand that higher power. And on the exhale, we're going to crease from the hips, reaching down to the earth and bring it down, bring it into our physical reality here on the earth. It's not just this conceptual thing. This is something real and tangible and present for us. And then walk your hands to your thighs, lift your body back up nice and slow. Take a big surrender breath. Letting go. Letting go, turning it over to our higher power. Hands at our heart. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, reach it up to the higher power. Exhale, hinging again, reaching down, maybe all the way to the ground. Anchor it into your physical reality, to your legs, to your feet, to the earth. Bring it up from the earth into your legs. Push it down from your legs into the earth. Feel that connection. It's real. It's here. There's stability under you. Come up when you're ready, taking an inhale, lifting your body. And exhale, letting go. And turning it over. Turning it over to that higher power. Here's our last one. Hands come in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. And again, you might be just leaning here. You might be reaching down. The head might be all the way between your legs at this point. I don't know. But bring it into your physical reality. And again, we're bringing our hands to the legs. We're coming back up. Slowly, 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 slowly. And big sigh. Letting go can feel really good. We're letting go of physical tension in our body. We're letting go of mental tension in our body. And we're giving it over. We're turning it over to that higher power. We've come to understand that that is necessary, and that in order for us to really maintain our sobriety and continue to recover, we need to have that higher power with us, and we need to make that decision to fully turn our lives and our will over to it. Otherwise, we can't move forward. So, take a moment to just reflect on the feelings there, the sensations in your body. And for some of you, you may want to journal after this class. You may want to just write down some of these things that are coming up. Talk them over with your counselor or your sponsor. And then go ahead and sit back in the chair, letting your back rest against the chair, but the feet still planted on the earth. So don't cross your ankles. That cuts off the circuit that we spent all this time connecting with and making sure that we feel from the earth. Hands just maybe touching the thighs, or you can come back into the earth gesture with the ring finger touching the thumb. You can let go of any belly breathing or deep breathing and just breathe naturally. Maybe do a little body scan. Notice how you feel after your practice, or where you're still holding on to something, where there's still a physical need to connect. Maybe you go back to it again. Maybe you push pause and go back to that area if you need to spend more time there. Otherwise, you're just going to let go and relax. Give yourself a few minutes of you time. Noticing the sensations in your body, or where the earth is touching your feet or your body. And just noticing how good it feels to release into that support. Again, you can stay here even longer. There's no maximum amount unless you have something to get to, but you can stay here by pushing pause and just laying down and relaxing, or sitting down. Or you can start to deepen your breath and come back from that beautiful moment of relaxation that is really a gift that we give to ourselves in the busyness of our life. And when you are back, when you're fully back, bring your hands again to this gesture, Anjali, bowing your head if that feels right, or placing your hands on your heart. I don't want to tell you, you have to do this, but whatever feels right with you, feeling into this moment. And reminding you of step 3, made a decision to turn your will and your life over to the care of your higher power as you have come to understand that higher power. And in closing today, I'm going to say the Serenity Prayer, and you're welcome to say it with me if you would like, or you can listen. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you for taking this time to practice and connect, to root into your recovery. I wish you nothing but the best as you continue that endeavor every day, one day at a time, one moment at a time. Know that you have support and that there is a whole bunch of other beings here rooting for you in this ongoing mission for you to be healthy and happy and prosperous in this world. The light and the dark in me bows and honors the light and the dark in you. Thank you.